Stevo.
What's the word?
Hey, man, it's a new day, man. It's Big Kev and Stevo. This is going to be fun, bro.
In the words of Bobby, we bite.
Hey, training camp is on the horizon. So we definitely got to discuss who has the most pressure on the Chicago Bears heading into training camp. We also want to talk about who's going to be the breakout. Who's the breakout candidate for this team? What was the last one, Stevo?
The last one is, who are some players that have to step up in 2026?
Yes, sir. We're going to get into it right after the intro. What's the word, Chicago Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Y'all already know what to do. Hit us up, 773-242-9336, and Shy Bears Central, wherever you would like to receive your social media. It's your boy, Big Kev, with Steve O Speaks, man, and we go get right into the content. The Chicago Bears are heading into training camp real soon, and we got a lot of questions on this team. I know last season was last season. It's in the rearview mirror. Everything is a clean slate, Steve-O, and we can't go into this season expecting things to go as smoothly as it did last season, bro. So it's a lot of guys in training camp, guys and coaches heading into training camp with a lot of pressure, Steve-O.
I'm glad you said guys and coaches, because it's not just the players, because it's definitely the coaches, because quite frankly, when it came to this situation, this topic, I should say, first thing, most people think of is the players, and rightfully so. The players definitely have a tremendous amount of pressure on them, but I can make the argument that the biggest pressure on this team is the head coach and Ben Johnson. Why do I say that? Is because as every other team that has a 1 year amazing season, they got to prove that it's not a fluke. They got to prove that everything that they put in, all the work they put in, all the systems that he relied on, that it works. Especially when you have a whole year of, you've been had plenty of years of defensive studying and learning your system and scheme, but this is the first time as it being your system and scheme as a head coach. So it's a little bit different now. The whole squad knows your tendencies, what you like, what you don't like. So it goes out to show you that you got a lot of pressure. You got to come out here and not only do what you kind of did last year, but you almost got to double down on your thought process, because he kind of did what he did last year in the draft. He went out there and said, I'm going to go out here and draft the best player, not necessarily what we need. And that's the same mindset we came in, getting Dylan Thiedemann and other players in the draft that was technically was needs, because quite frankly, we definitely need another safety. But when it comes to this topic, I would have to say the most pressure that's on the shoulders, heavy that wears the head that wear the crown.
And if we're gonna stick with the coaches, I'm going with Eric Bieniemy's replacement. Eric, what's how you say it? Studsville. Now he has an extensive resume as a coach, an assistant coach, a running backs coach. It goes all the way back to the 90s in college, and then even he coached with the Bears a couple of times in the late 90s and the early 2000s. He's replacing Eric Bieniemy, who led the Chicago Bears to the third best rushing attack in the NFL last season, with 144.5 rushing yards per game. Almost had two running backs at 1,000 rushing yards last season, Steve-O, and DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai, who are going to be the 1-2 punch again. And I think Britton's coming in to be like that third running back. We still got Roschon Johnson on the team, but I doubt that he's going to play much of a role as a running back. But listen, he's going to have these guys ready to go. You lose your center. You have a replacement center for the Chicago Bears, and what's his name from Gary Bradbury from the New England Patriots, who, in my opinion, just on paper, he's nothing like Drew Dahlman at all. Like Drew Dahlman kind of shored up this offensive line. The offensive line got immensely better in adding him and Joe Tooney last season. So Bradbury's going to have to step up. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Logan Jones takes the job from him in training camp. But that's a whole different conversation.
That's
This
definitely a whole
this
different
running
conversation.
back situation, though, the running backs and the running backs coach definitely have a lot of pressure heading into training camp because now they got to learn a scheme from a different running backs coach.
Yep, and that's a fair point. I never I won't say I never, but I forgot about that addition that we did have because Airbnb got took away back to his old job. So yeah, he definitely got to do a lot of things because we seen how Airbnb treated the running backs in training camp and OTAs. He wasn't playing with them. He set a standard from day one, and you kind of have to, especially when you don't have. I mean, we all love Cal Monunga. We all love DeAndre Swift, but I think we all can agree that they're good, but they're not, I would say, elite. And I would say for Monunga, not elite yet. But when it comes down to it, when they're not elite yet, you got to scheme them up. You got to coach them hard. You got to teach them things that they need to work on. Like when it came to DeAndre Swift, just sticking with the hole, finding the hole, trusting your vision, trusting your lineman. And with Monunga, to be honest, was just giving him as much touches as possible. Honestly, like he figured it out as the game. It's not too many things he struggled at when it came down to it. Hard to take down, in between the tackle to runner. Probably his biggest weakness is just breaking out a long one, but that's what you got DeAndre Swift for. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a tall task.
We can't forget Caleb. Caleb had almost 400 rushing yards. They all three of these guys, Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, and Kyle Monunga, averaged at least 4.6 yards per carry. DeAndre Swift averaged 4.9. Kyle Monunga averaged 4.6, and Caleb averaged 5 yards per carry. So, Stevo, I'm gonna go to my second one, man. I have to. I hate to do this, but I have to do it, man. The wide receivers, bro, especially Rome Odunze, they have a shit ton of pressure on them headed into this training camp because now Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, they are the de facto 1 and 2 on the depth charts, and then you got Khalif Raymond as your third. But you got Xavion Thomas, the rookie, coming in as well. Jade Walker, who had some highlights last season. But the big departure from that wide receivers room is obviously DJ Moore. Now, DJ Moore took a lot of flack at the end of last season for not catching the ball or giving up on the route that led to that interception against the LA Rams. But if there's nothing else, he was reliable. He went out there and played every game. He played hurt. He caught 2 of the biggest catches of last season
in the season
against he caught both of the go-ahead touchdowns against the Green Bay Packers, one in the regular season and one in the playoffs. So he's going to be difficult to replace. I don't care what people think about DJ Moore now, but that wide receivers room has a vacancy right now. And if we want to be honest about Rome Odunze, I know that he's been playing hurt, so on and so forth. But if you go back and look at that draft class, he was picked, I think number 9 overall.
9.
I mean, pretty much every wide receiver that was picked in that draft, in the earlier in the draft, I think the first and second round, they have better numbers than Rome Odunze. Now, Rome Odunze wasn't the number 1 option like some of these guys are, like Marvin Harrison and so on and so forth. But Rome Odunze has a ton of pressure on him going into this training camp and into the season.
I agree with you. I'm expecting a Pro Bowl type of season when it comes to Rome Odunze because when it comes down to it, he's entering his 3rd year as a wide receiver. I don't think he has 1,000-yard season yet. So when it comes down to it, when you in your 3rd year, we're expecting 11,000 plus yards, 8 to 10 touchdowns.
yards in a season would be insane.
Not 1,100. My fault.
He the greatest ever. That nigga Jesus.
Hey, turn that shit off of freshman. Fuck you talking about? Hey, but no, yeah, 1,100 is what we kind of looking at now. Like you should start making your stride to clearly be the number 1 wide receiver. I mean, definitely Luther Bird and the rest of this wide receiver core, including the tight end core, gonna have something to say about that. But I need Rome to be an insurance policy for Caleb.
Not the tight
Like
ends.
those times. I mean, they're gonna. I'm not too much worried about the tight ends, but they are. I don't look at them as insurance because in this offense, in certain plays, they're the number one target. Like, so I'm not worried about it. It's the thing with Rome is, can you be? There was multiple, especially in his rookie season. There was multiple times where, especially when he was struggling, he couldn't find nobody else. He was like, "Where the fuck Rome at? I'm gonna
Last
throw it to
season,
Rome."
he started
And
off
sometimes,
force feeding Rome, and it
yeah,
changed after he threw
yeah,
that interception. I think it was against we talking about Caleb here. After Caleb threw that
mm-hmm.
interception versus the Baltimore Ravens in the red zone, that was
Yep.
like the last time he truly force fed Rome, and then Rome went down for a few weeks. He started to spread the ball out a little bit more, but you know that he wants Rome to be the guy. But unfortunately, man, Rome, he last season it just didn't look like. Yeah,
They
he
stayed
couldn't stay
healthy.
healthy, but he dropped a lot of balls, Steve-O. He dropped
He did.
and you know that
He
whole
did.
situation with his dad saying that, you know, a lot of that stuff was uncatchable, so on and so forth. Then you get your hands on the ball, bro. You got to bring it in. You
You
have to
got to
catch it.
catch it.
Now, obviously, everything ain't on Rome, just like everything ain't on Caleb. But at the end of the day, I'm expecting Rome to step up just like you are. I'm not necessarily saying a Pro Bowl because, you know, you,
I feel like he could be in the
exactly.
conversation, not
Exactly,
necessarily
because
get
we
it.
already know what the NFC looks like with AJ Brown over. No, he gone to New England now, but you know what
Yeah.
it looks like. We still got the cats up in Minnesota and so on and so forth. So it's gonna be tough,
Yeah.
but I do expect Rome to take a big step forward. But who's your next candidate here for most pressure?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. He's gonna be on this episode twice. It's Tyrique
Mm-hmm.
Stevenson, and I think not our cornerback room was shaky. It was injury riddled. It was a lot of people that was new, and credit to our coaching staff, we was able to become one of the best turnover teams in the league, and it had a lot to do with our corners because it wasn't damn sure wasn't our defensive line that was causing them. But when it comes down to Tyrique, I feel like he kind of just had I mean, he never had like his breakout year per se, but he compared to the years he's had as a Bear, this is probably his most quiet year when it came to being a cornerback. We was talking about way other people when it came to the cornerback position other than him, and especially when you got somebody like Malik Muhammad that's coming in, that's pushing for your job. It's right. It's a now or never year for Tyrique. If he don't submit himself as a true one or two cornerback in this on his roster, he might be elsewhere when it comes in the next coming years. And to be honest with you,
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's no more Nashawn Wright. The Bears secondary, they forced a lot of turnovers last year. We can't expect them to reproduce that, right? To duplicate that. But Stevenson and Kyler Gordon both have to step up in this training camp. Like they got to go out there focused and ready and have their T's crossed and their I's dotted every single play.
yep,
I'm glad that we were able to
including Jalen Johnson.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I feel like a healthy Jalen Johnson, I'm not too concerned about him. But Kyler Gordon played what, 4 games last season? 5
If that,
games?
right? If that,
And
yeah.
then Tyreek Stevenson had like a good couple of weeks to start the season, and then you just some games you're like,
Silent.
did Tyreek did you even play?
Did you pad up? Like we don't know.
Now
Yeah, like that. It was Nashawn definitely took over the middle part of the season for sure.
Now, I'm glad that we were able to retain Al Harris because I know that he's a hot commodity in his league, and him coming back to be, you know, the head of the cornerbacks room will definitely play dividends, huge dividends for Tyreek Steven, Kyler Gordon, and JJ. But at the end of the day, man, I'm right there with you with Tyreek Stevenson, but I'm adding Kyler Gordon to it as well, man. I love when he's on
You
the
want to just
field.
add the whole cornerback core, do you?
Say that again. Yeah,
You want
absolutely.
to Yeah,
Absolutely.
honestly, because that's what I'm saying. Like Jalen wasn't Jalen last year.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler was hurt, and Tyreek disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So, like honestly, the standout secondaries was really Nashawn and our safeties.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So that hey, I'm actually very excited. I mean, it's pressure on these guys, but I'm very excited to see what a healthy cornerbacks like. They had 33 takeaways last season with a injury prone cornerbacks room and a mental letdown from Tyrique Stevenson. But from what I'm hearing from Al Harris, he's saying that this guy is focused and he's ready to go. So we're gonna have to rock with it that way. And then my last one, man, is Dio. They
That was
still
my last one too.
they believing in Dio Odengbo, and I'm not sure I can believe him. He coming off major injuries. He had a major injury before he came here, and then last season another injury that took him out for the season. And the reason why I'm not putting other players here is because this guy is gonna have to wow me in training camp to remain that number one edge rusher that they have him on the depth charts on the other side of Montez Sweat. Like,
Yeah,
you can't just give him, like, on paper right now they have him as the starter on the other side. You got to earn that. For me, you have to earn it in camp. You can't just be given that position, as important as it is. The Bears didn't draft or go out and sign or trade for another edge rusher. So what you gonna do, Dale? What you gonna do, my guy?
yeah. For me, it was Dio and Austin, because just like you said, how you started off, they're showing extreme belief in both of them. Now, I understand the belief in Austin Booker. He was injured, and with a bevy of moves that he had, he's gotten bigger. I think this is year 2 under this defense with him, so we expect him to make a splash. But Dio, we didn't like what we seen before he got injured, and then he had a catastrophic injury. It's just a lot to say. It's just a lot to say. Like, I'm the right way with you. He should not be labeled as the starter right now, but at the same time, when you make it $20+ million a year, you kind of gotta put him out there and see what he got. So I think he's gonna start off the year as a starter. We're gonna see what he got, and if he just can't do it, well, quite frankly, he's not just gonna play edge either. Because I think there's gonna be multitudes of times where DH switch him out with Dex and put him at the interior, because quite frankly, in certain situations when he was in the interior instead of the edge, he actually was way more productive. So
we're gonna see.
I think
the reason
it's gonna be up to DA for sure.
The reason I didn't mention Austin is because the next topic is who's the candidates for breakouts, and let us know what y'all think about the first topic, guys.
That's where transition
in the comments. You guys let us know what you think about the who got the most pressure heading into training camp, player or coach. Hit us up in the comments. But yeah, man, that's my breakout candidate. I'm not even gonna do 2, 3, or 4. I'm just doing one. That's Austin Booker. Like, he is my double-digit sacks, forced fumble, tip balls, pause for all you young fellas out there, for Hayes specifically. Yeah, just all the things that we were expecting from him in year 2 before he got injured. And honestly, he showed major flashes after he came back. And one of the main things that I like about Austin Booker is the fact that he's public enemy number 1 for Green Bay Packer fans as well. Like, I like the fact that they don't like him and they think he's a 30 player and he tried to hurt Jordan Love. He didn't, but he did.
Ain't nobody tell your quarterback to duck his head.
Exactly. He went out there and he did his job. And that's what he did his job in the playoffs too. Like, the reason why the Chicago Bears were even in some of in that LA Rams game was because the defense stepped up big time.
Surprisingly,
yes.
The most that D-line stepped up all season was the last game.
Exactly. Of the season. They did what they were supposed to do, and Austin Booker was a big part of that. And I'm expecting him to take the step forward that we expected him to take last season, this season. That's my breakout candidate for the year, Austin Booker.
I got you, and I like that. And my breakout candidate, and I know people are gonna look at me weird, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Darnell Wright. Well, y'all might look at me. He's already really good. Yeah. He's really good. He's very good. Now it's time to become great, and I feel like he got greatness in him. And really, all it comes down to with him is just minute details. Chill on the false starts, chill on the penalties, and become an anchor for the line. And you will easily become one of the best right tackles in the league. Right, honestly, there's a lot of people that say Panay Snow and then you right behind it. So I feel like the last 2 years, he showed that he's a very good talent. Now it's time to show that he's a great right tackle.
They say that I think Tooney won some like the best interior lineman or something like that.
He did.
That is crazy.
He was interior lineman of the year or lineman of the year or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I agree with you there on Darnell Wright, like becoming that fixture. He played really really well last year. There were a couple of letdowns. I thought he was supposed to be in the Pro Bowl. I think they snubbed him, but I thought he should have been
Yeah.
an All Pro / Pro Bowler, and he got what it takes to get to that level. Another first round pick who's also trying to get paid, Stevo.
Yeah.
So I think this year he's going to come in with that mentality, like, man, now it's time to go make some money. And it's all going to be based on what he does, because you know how football is. It's a what have you done for me lately type situation. Some people get paid off legacy, but some people get paid off what they did the last play. And he's going to be one of those players that can make a lot of money this year or lose some money. So I'm excited to see what he does. All right, go ahead to the next topic for us, Steve. Let us know what y'all think in the comments about breakout
So,
players, guys.
the final topic of this episode is who has to step up in 2026. And my player, I'm just pick one. It's very simple. It's the captain. It's the leader. It's Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I'm saying that is because this team goes as far as Caleb goes.
Mm-hmm.
If he cleans up and focus on making the layups, this team can go as far as it wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think we all know he's clutch. We all know the amazing things he can do. It's all about, can he be the point guard now? Can he go out there and distribute the ball? Can he go out there and calm things down? Can he go out there and not be Superman the whole well, really not be Superman the fourth quarter and be Clark Kent for the whole game and then turn into Superman at the end when he needs to?
Yeah, just be reliable. I agree with you with Caleb, man. Like, we see everything is just right there, ripe for the picking, and he has the same type of trajectory as Josh Allen. Josh Allen didn't really start to become Josh Allen until year 3, year 4. But prior to that, there were struggles. Especially with completion percentage, and I know that a lot of people think that completion percentage is is a misleading stat, and it can be in certain instances. But we can't just have Caleb be a fourth quarter quarterback and expect the Chicago Bears to have the success that they did last season. 7 comeback wins aren't going to happen again. That's an anomaly. So you're literally you're looking at 4 wins or 11 wins. That's just how close the Chicago Bears were to being, having a top 5 pick again, was just those 7 fourth quarter comebacks and overtime wins. So you're right about Caleb. I think that he definitely needs to step up. And again, I'm going to go with what you said at the very beginning. It's going to have to be Ben Johnson for me, bro. Like, it's going to have to be. This is his second year as a head coach. And frankly, I believe Ben Johnson is the reason that the Chicago Bears were not playing in the NFC Championship. As much as people want to blame DJ Moore for not running the route, or Caleb Williams for throwing it too far, however you saw it.
That wasn't the best call to call.
That play call in that situation, you already on the other side of the 50. You marching down the field. Your running backs are doing what they're supposed to do. You only need 3 points to win the game because the defense stopped the Rams on the prior possession, and you decide to push the ball down the field for what? And Cairo Santos was one of the better kickers in the NFL last season. So,
if not one of the most consistent, for sure.
So I have you saw it happen with the Detroit Lions when they were on the doorstep of going to the Super Bowl. They kept leaving points on the field, going for it on fourth down, and they ended up losing to the San Francisco 49ers with the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. When you're in the playoffs, and if the Bears find themselves in the playoffs again this season, that'd be awesome. You take the points. And we
gotta take the points.
We see Ben Johnson being that maverick that he is, and it came back to hurt the Bears last season. So work on certain things throughout the season, Big Ben. But when it comes down to, hey, this is for all the marbles, take the gimmies. Just like Caleb got to take his layups, you got to take your layups too, sir.
Mm-hmm. And that's a perfect way to end off today's episode. For sure. Take your layups, bro.
Oh, my mama. Speaking of layups, that boy Caleb Wilson looking good, boy.
Hey, we got 2 C wheels in this motherfucker. Cold.
You know what I'm saying? I told my brother the other day, man, Patrick Williams better not even send that dude a welcome text. Don't even look at him. Don't even be in the locker room at the same time.
That nigga no flowers or nothing.
Bro. Stay away from the young rook, man. They say, what should his nickname be? Because I don't like the KG,
They
the
call
little
him
ticket.
C-Dub.
Yeah, I know. But KG talking about that's the little ticket. I'm gonna call him the little ticket. Like, nah, man. That's nah, fam.
He need his own
We
name.
got Iceman in for the Chicago Bears. Caleb Wilson is the fireman. What is you talking about? My man got the
No, nigga.
Red Bulls. He the fireman. You see, he hitting threes, he dunking on niggas.
Nigga said the fireman. He taking out all the fires.
All right, y'all know what to do, man. Hit us up 773-242-9336. Leave a voice or text mail or text or voicemail. And y'all look, we might even do a mailbag episode. Me and Big Steve. That'll be fun. And then of course, Shy Bears Central, wherever you like to receive your social media information. Don't forget to follow the rest of the Chi-Town Sports family. Type your favorite sports team in, Chicago sports team. Put the word Central behind it. You will find one of us. And of course, the Full Court Podcast, NFL Central, and the Shy Boys Podcast with C-Dub and Bobby. It's your boy, Big Kev, holding it down. You got, Steve-O, you got anything to say to the people?
Hey, get used to us. We're gonna be doing this every Saturday.
Hey.
So make sure we're gonna be on this channel way more often.
Amen. Happy to see you guys, man. Bears training camp in less than 2 weeks. Let's get it.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.